I've been kind of washed as of late. You know, I've gotten multiple comments about it, and even I've noticed it as well. I am far from my prime, and I need to, you know, rekindle that kind of energy. So what better resource to use than ChatGPT? And I asked it, how do I get better at bedwars? I previously used it for Skyblock in the past, and this is how it's been going as of late. So basically, this is the best as best can be. So this is ChatGPT's little intro blurb. Winning at bedwars, a popular Minecraft PvP game mode, requires a mix of strategy, skill, and teamwork. Here are some tips to help you improve. Step 1 is preparation and communication. Know the maps. Familiarize yourself with different maps and their layouts. Knowing where resources and enemy islands are can give you an edge. Communicate. If you're playing with teammates, use clear communication to share plans, strategies, and updates. Well, I don't have any friends, so I guess we're just going to ignore that step. A trampoline just came out of nowhere. So it said to choose a familiar map, and out of all of the maps that are here, I think probably like the ones I'm most like acquainted with is probably like Silver Birch or maybe Snails. We're gonna go with Snails. It sounds pretty good. So in step 2, it says to gather resources efficiently. Early game, focus on collecting iron and gold quickly to buy basic gear like blocks, tools, and weapons. For diamonds, prioritize upgrading your team's resources. Examples of protection and sharpness by collecting diamonds. And then emeralds, use emeralds to buy endgame items like diamond armor, potions, or ender pearls. And then for step 3, it says the bed defense. Layer your defense. Start with wool for speed, then add stronger materials like wood, endstone, or obsidian. Mix materials. Use a variety of materials to make it harder for enemies to break through quickly. And then traps. Purchase traps like minor fatigue to slow down attackers. So we're going to follow exactly what the guide said. So it said we got our tools, we got our weapon. We're going to cover the bed in, you know, wool because that's what it said first for speed. However, once we go ahead and do that, it says the next step should be things like, you know, wood, endstone. So we're just going to go ahead, take advantage of that. I already have 4 gold to buy 16 wood planks. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but in addition to how this is going to be, you know, diversifying our bed defense or whatever, it should make it pretty much impossible for anybody to kind of breach this bed defense we have going on here, except for this top layer. And then most importantly of all the offensive strategies, rush strategy. Quickly build to enemy bases early on to catch them unprepared. Target strategic opponents. Go after teams collecting many resources or those leaving their base exposed. Bridge wisely. Build bridges strategically to limit easy access to your base. So it didn't really say what to do with all these resources, so I don't really know exactly what to do with them. So I guess I'm just going to hold them on for the time being. And it said to build strategically, so I think probably the best place to bridge is probably like, you know, all the way down here. I mean, if we bridge all the way down here and they're walking up to the base, they can't see the bed. So this is probably like the #1 strategy. Like, even if they try to break underneath the bed, like you can't do it. It's not a thing you can do. Oh, but we got somebody. Okay, it didn't really say what to do regarding the offensive strategies if someone comes to the base, but I think we just got to PvP him. Okay, so we just got to click on him. Oh, okay, there we go. Easy, good confrontation. Okay, it took a lot of skill to do what I just did, but thankfully it worked out. Okay, so the next step was PvP tips. Practice PvP skills. Learn to combo opponents with knockback and critical hits. Movement. Use strafing, block placements, and height advantage in fights. Stay geared up. Always have armor and weapons unprepared as the game progresses. Okay, so I'm strafing. He broke the bed, but that's okay because I'm strafing and it didn't work whatsoever. Okay, same strategy but different game. So now that we have our defense up, what do we need to do? We need to build strategically. That's right. Okay, so I have my tools. So strategically, what is probably the best strategic point to build? Probably up here. Yeah, this makes sense because if we hit them off the bridge, then they're just going to take all the fall damage in the world, and then they're probably going to have like half health when we start. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. So I'm bridging along here. It is kind of inefficient. The guy didn't really say how to, like, you know, make bridging any faster. It did say to go like pretty fast, but like it didn't really specify how to exactly do that. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. And okay, so he's going over there. He seems to is doing the same strat, but he didn't build the strategically advantaged bridge. So as you can see, I can jump right over. Okay, my problem was that I ran out of blocks. I'm already kind of deviating from the guide, which is not very good. Okay, so now that I have my bridge, and we're probably going to need to confront this guy, we need to remember the PvP tips that ChatGPT told us. So it said a lot about strafing and placing blocks and just basically, I think, okay, so strafe, okay, and then block. Yep, it's working. Okay, and then oh, he's getting comboed. Okay, this is the moment. Okay, now we just got to break his bed. Okay, and then we did it. He left the game. He just left the game. Wow. Okay, this guide actually is probably the best guide in the entire world. Did you see that? Did you see that I comboed him so hard, he just like left the game? I don't know. It just gave up or something. I really just no words for what just happened. Okay, so I was trying to head back to my base to finish off my bed defense, but somebody here already beat me to it. It's probably because I didn't get here in time to place the endstone. We'll place this just for good measure. Okay, so remember the strat. Strafe. And okay, we didn't even have to do block. Just strafe was the easy way to do it. All right, so we're gonna get some armor, and that should be good, I guess. So I got my blocks, I got my armor. It didn't really say anything about how to like get my health back back a little bit faster, but it did say to get some diamonds, so I am gonna go ahead and get some diamonds. Oh my goodness, did you see that? I don't even know how I did that. It had to have been the guide, clearly. I don't even know. Okay, so he wants to fight, but I actually don't want to fight, so I'm gonna try to get away. I'm deviating from the guide once again, but hopefully it's gonna work out for me. Maybe this is like a secret hidden strat that maybe even ChatGPT hasn't found out. Okay, he's doing something. That wasn't part of the guide, so I don't know what he's doing. That's exactly why it didn't work out for him. That wasn't in the guide. Whatever he did, placing TNT and jumping or something like that, that was not part of the guide. So that's probably why it didn't work out here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try to see if we can get his bed. And did it work? Okay, it did work. So if we strafe and do exactly what the guy said, oh my goodness, wow, this guide is amazing. It's so good. All right, so we have another little guy over here trying to do whatever he's doing, and it's not really gonna work out for him. Okay, maybe it did. Okay, I might have gotten a little bit carried away that game. I thought I was, on top of the world, and I didn't actually finish reading the guide. So the next step is map control. Control mid. See, that was the problem. I wasn't controlling the mid. Dominating the center allows you to collect emeralds, giving you a significant advantage. And then secure diamond. Build bridges to diamond generators to secure upgrades for your team. Okay, I already kind of got that down on my own. And here's the big thing. Adapt and improvise. If your bed is destroyed, play defensively and focus on surviving. See, I wasn't really doing that. I wasn't playing defensively. I was being a bit too offensive, and it wasn't really working out for me. That's probably why I died there. Invisibility potion. Use invisibility potions for surprise attacks on well-defended bases. And then endgame planning. Be prepared for sudden death by stocking up on resources. Okay, see, I was never really doing any of those things, so that's exactly why I ended up dying that game. It makes perfect sense. So we could do it directly off of the cliff here. However, that's not exactly what is like the best strategic vantage point. I think probably the best point would be right here out the windows. Same stick with like the previous map or whatever. You up here, up high, so if anybody tries to fight you, you can just knock them down and they can lose like half their health and fall damage. Oh, he found out. Okay, he bridged above me. This is not good. Okay, so he has the TNT, but remember, okay, I don't have any blocks this time, so my PvP is not really going to go all that swiftly, but he is going up there, so it's probably going to work out for me, or maybe it won't. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so strafe. Okay, or just lag. That's not exactly what I had in mind, but okay, we did manage to defeat him, but we did lose our bed. Okay, so remember, instead of being like, borderline, like just completely on the offense, we need to play defensively. That was our issue last game. Oh, there's another guy. What is this? Okay, so things are not really working out for me all too well, but literally the last step in the guide is literally just practice makes perfect. Solo practice, play solo games to refine individual skills, and basically the same thing for team practice, just to build synergy, improve communication, all that type of stuff. Consistency in practice will make you better over time. Keep learning from each match, and you'll see your skills improve. Okay, so I mean, I understand that, but that's not like an immediate help, but like we're just gonna try this again. Hopefully it'll work out. So I've bridged over to this guy's base, and he doesn't seem to look over here, but remember, we do have the PvP like little tips where we got to do the strafes and the blocks and all the things, and I don't think this guy's here. He's just not here in the game, so I guess all things worked out for me. We're gonna break this guy's bed. He doesn't seem to be here, which is good, but unfortunately I lost my bed as well, so we're just gonna have to kind of go into maximum overdrive here. We're gonna need to lock in. We're going to need to make sure that we play as defensively as possible, because if we don't, we are going to lose, and that is of course the opposite of what we want here. All right, this time I am able to get some team upgrades, so we got protection there really quick. That's nice. Okay, we're gonna follow the advice that I haven't followed thus far, and that is we need to control the center. So I'm just going to make a beeline bridge as fast as humanly possible. This is probably like the fastest way to bridge in all of Minecraft, so we're just going to make sure we get to the center as soon as possible, just so we can control it just like the guide said. And there we go. All right, so we're getting emeralds. Okay, and then we need to buy, what was it, like invisible potions and all that type of stuff, diamond armor especially, that one's important too. And I think I successfully did it. I got all 8 emeralds, so I think that was a pretty successful like control the middle like little thing or whatever. I did exactly what ChatGPT said, and it seemed to work out phenomenally. So now I can just walk on over to my base over here and get everything that it said I should get. I should get diamonds. It should I get invisibility potions, which are all good. So this should set me up beautifully. Of course, do the tool upgrades. Just get more blocks. You never know. And yeah, we should be golden. We are gonna max out on my defensive capabilities, so we're just gonna go ahead and buy a bow here really quick. This should fend off every single like whatever person that's trying to offend me. That was not English. All right, so I see him. He's trying to make a beeline, but I'm controlling the center. This is my center, and it's all mine. And that seemed to work out pretty Pretty perfectly. All right, well, we followed the guide to a T, and look what happens. We instantaneously win Bed Wars. It's just completely flawless. Well, it turns out, to no surprise, that ChatGPT was right. We followed the guide to a T, and look what happens. We got an easy, no hassle, no stress, no whatever victory. It was just completely flawless. I don't know what it is to say, but anyways, now that I've shown you the wisdom of ChatGPT, hopefully you can use it in the world and get victories in every single one of your Bed Wars games. And with that, I'm going to end this video here. So if you enjoyed, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to use this forever on. I'm never going to lose a Bed Wars game ever again. I'll take this knowledge and information, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.